Okay. So, hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome to this second webinar on this Homegrown Energy Series. The today agenda foresees a rich program, and after my short introduction, we will explore ways local authorities can use to support the development of local community energy. In particular, we will hear from Giovanni Roberti from the Citizen Energy Advisory Hub, some activities and opportunities also to support energy communities. And then we'll hear experience from two municipalities, Getafe and Zabok, from Spain and Croatia, that will bring you some advice and some news on what they are doing in their place. But before giving the floor to our first speaker, let me introduce the overall homegrown energy engagement action that the Covenant of Mayor is running in this month. So why homegrown energy? Well, in this period of geopolitical crisis, the Covenant of Mayors decided to focus on the risk of being dependent on imported fossil fuels and help municipalities in finding ways to develop their own energy locally. So, and to make their local system more reliable, affordable, and resilient. And for this reason, what we are also trying to communicate is that the future can be homegrown energy, and the power can be locally produced and can be rooted in our towns, and also that can deliver benefits directly to our communities. Now, why the Covenant of Mayors decided to focus specifically on this type of engagement action is because community can be a resilient community, can fight and face better the price shocks, and can be also independent from imported fuels. Another aspect is that they can take back control of energy supply. It's possible to build a strong local alliance and partnerships, and this engagement action will also support this, will support to help hit climate objective and move faster and farther. Also, it's possible to ensure the community feel the benefits of renewable energy projects, and therefore help them in the transition that can be tangible for everyone's life. And the last reason is that we are also trying to give people knowledge to produce and consume their own energy, and therefore reducing energy poverty and strengthening local economies. Starting from the basis, what is an energy community? We can say that an energy community is a local group with member-controlled governance that can involve residents, municipalities, businesses, who work together to produce, share, and manage their own renewable energy. This community take control to their own energy by developing a project that can be focused both on energy production, but also on energy saving, because sometimes this community are also focused more on renovation, for example. But focusing more on what local authorities can do for these energy communities, we can see that they can enhance the access to the community energy by clarifying targets and goals, facilitating the dialogue, or also setting up one-stop shops for giving citizens advice. They can also, sorry, there is someone speaking. They can also actively support communities by providing access to public lands or rooftops, for example, providing administrative support, offering municipal guarantees to facilitate access to finance, or also buying energy from local communities. Municipalities can also actively contribute, joining an energy community as a member, and therefore leading by example and inspiring others. Not all the communities are at the same stage. Not all the groups are also the ones that there are some that are starting their journey, others that are already some experience and they are leading developed already communities. But depending by the steps that you are in, you can also access some important opportunities. For example, if you are just exploring the concept of energy communities, you might still be in the stage where you are defining your objectives, etc. You can access, for example, you can apply to host a citizen energy panel. I will not tell you more on this because we are having our first speaker that will give you more details on that. But for example, this is a very nice opportunity for you. If you are already, if you already developed a bit the concept on energy community, but you still need assistance, also in this case, the first speakers of today will give you some good news because you can access, for example, to technical assistance. And in this case, you will be assisted during your journey in developing further your initial idea of energy community. If you instead you already have a quite well clear vision of what will be your energy communities, but you still need to develop a solid business plan, well, there is also a possibility for you to access the European Energy Community Facility. And this is an opportunity that can help you improve the investment readiness and access fundings. This is specifically for emerging community energy, renewable energy communities. And you can apply already now in this period because during this period is a call open the last 5th of May and will close on the 5th of July. So you still have some time to apply. And I will also share with you the link. Yeah, it's shared already in the chat that you can access and you can explore further these opportunities. In meanwhile, if you want to have a look at what other communities are doing around Europe, you can, I invite you to visit the Covenant of Mayors website and explore this map. It contains some stories from the ground, inspirations, and you can know more about other places, other communities that are working on these projects. If instead you already have experience to share on energy communities and you would like to be one of the stories on the map, on the Covenant website, you can also find the space to contact us and share your experience. In these 4 webinars of the Covenant of Mayors, we are organizing, we are trying to also bring already some nice stories. We already had the first webinar last week. Today, as I already mentioned, we are going to listen from 2 communities, their stories. But I would also remind you that We are going to have other two webinars, one on the 18th of June and the second on the 25th. The next one on the 18th will be on renewable energy communities on islands, while on the 25th we will enter more in details on how to set up an energy community. So I really hope that you will also attend the other two. And now, without further ado, I would like to give the floor to Giovanni Roberti, who will tell us more about the Citizen Energy Advisory Hub and the Citizen Panel. So I just try to switch, stop sharing. Yes, and yes, Giovanni, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Valentina. Just confirm if you can see my screen, please.
Yes, perfectly.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much for the introduction and also for the opportunity of co-organizing this webinar. So I wanted to provide a quick overview of what is the Citizen Energy Advisory Hub and what is the role it wants to have. We are now in a phase, as Valentina said, that where the energy system in Europe is changing. It's becoming more decentralized and also tailored to the local needs. And the citizens are playing and will play a very important part in this transition. However, at the same time, it's not always straightforward and easy for citizens to understand how they can take an active part in this energy transition and how they can benefit from clean energy initiatives. And that's why the Citizen Energy Advisory Hub was created. Our goal is to become the central hub for citizens that want to get involved in clean energy initiatives by creating a platform that offers practical support, so technical assistance, the citizen energy panels, but also tools and knowledge for citizens that want to get involved. So we focus the Citizen Energy Advisory Hub, we focus on achieving affordable energy, increasing access to renewable energy, and also improving energy efficiency. So in the hub, we will support initiatives that are, let's say, have a broad scope. They can range from renewable energy production and storage to energy sharing and peer-to-peer trading, or also energy efficiency improvements through maybe citizen-led renovation, or also projects that want to improve or deploy effective demand response. I talk about citizens, but in the end, citizens is a hat that we all wear. But specifically, we have 6 categories of factors that can be involved in the energy transition that we're targeting with different supports. The first one is households. Then we have small businesses, so small and medium-sized businesses, municipalities and local authorities, social economy actors, and small-scale NGOs. Then, of course, we have energy communities where all of these actors can participate. In terms of support offered to these actors, we have the technical assistance. We just had, we had the first call of the technical assistance. We're now delivering technical assistance to the first cohort of selected candidates, but we will have also a second call for technical assistance that will be launched in September. And yeah, as Valentina said, we want to support initiatives that are a stage where they have a concrete idea of what they want to implement, a goal and a strategy, but need support to move, let's say, from vision into action and develop the projects that they have in mind. We also have specific support for municipalities, local authorities, which are the Citizen Energy Panel, which will be the main focus of my presentation today. Here I just share with you 2 QR codes if you want to sign up to the CEAH newsletter, where we provide project updates, we provide news about citizen energy, and also upcoming events organized by ours or by other networks. And you will also find expert guidance for the energy transition stakeholders, and access to the different materials that we will prepare, including best practice reports, case studies from communities that we have interviews, and fact sheets. On the right side, you can find the Citizen Energy Network. Here is where we provide updates and about the project, but also we invite you to dedicated networking events, including 2 interactive webinar series that we organize, and also provides you the opportunity to be included on CEAH's website and the newsletter. Um, Members of the network can also be contacted to present at the events organized by CEAH. So it's a good opportunity also if you want to share your journey and the projects you are involved in. I saw there was an hand raised, but I guess we will take questions at the QA later.
Maybe right after.
Okay, yeah. So moving into the topic of today, I'm here to present the Citizen Energy Panel that, as I said, are one of the ways in which CEAH is supporting municipalities and local authorities. And first of all, what are these Citizen Energy Panels? They are one-day event or workshop hosted by your municipalities with the objective to engage the citizens in the planning of local planning of the energy transition. This means that they need to be tied to a specific goal by the municipality, and the goal can be broader. It can be to, for instance, if you are in the process of updating or developing your CCAP, is to have a public confrontation and consultation about the policies and the measures that you want to adopt through your CCAP. But it could also be that you have a very specific need about, for instance, an energy community, and you want to involve a specific group of people that you are struggling to involve in the work of the energy community. So you would like to gather inputs from them to understand what are their needs, what would they need, um, and how the municipality can help them. So how they're organized, what we propose to do is to have a morning plenary where you have expert inputs about the topic, explain what are, for instance, energy communities, or what is the municipalities doing to implement the energy transition. And then in the afternoon session, have breakout groups or working groups in different formats. To discuss with the citizens and have and receive from them structured recommendations about the measures that they want to see implemented in their cities or their specific needs. These working groups will be facilitated by a moderator, and the whole process will be supported by preparatory webinars, training, and the preparation of standardized materials. So what are the reasons to host a Citizen Energy Panel? The first reason is that as a municipality, you may face some challenges in designing energy actions that are accepted, inclusive, and trusted by the citizens and the local realities. And these Citizen Energy Panels help you to achieve exactly this. So you can gather input from the citizens to strengthen and legitimize as well the local energy planning that you're doing. Um, but also gather input from the community. So to reach and engage the communities that are often excluded from energy planning, and also demonstrate that you have a local leadership, that you are at the forefront in this aspect, and also obtain wider visibility at the EU level, thanks to the promotion and that we do as CEAH about the beneficiaries of the support for citizen energy panels. Um, in terms of the support that in terms of who can host a citizen energy panel, we are quite open. We don't have many eligibility criteria. The call is open to all municipality new member states, cities, town, or local authorities of any size are eligible. We don't make difference between urban or rural municipalities, so we're happy to support both kind of municipalities. And we're also happy to support joint applications by two municipalities. Of course, given the fact that the citizen energy panels are deeply tied with the local context, we ask to submit joint applications by municipalities that are neighbor. Um, and also you don't need any previous experience in delivering citizen energy panels to apply for them, because we will support you in the process of creating them and delivering them. And then here we arrive to the support that we offered as the Citizen Energy Advisory Hub. Um, so before the actual delivery of the panel, we have prepared an application guidance and clarification document that you can find on the website, but you can also organize a phone call with us if you need any specific details or guidance on how to set up the application. And we also organize a one-on-one onboarding call after you have been selected, to define the timeline of delivery and the scope definition for the panel. Regarding the actual delivery of the panel, we will support you to achieve a balanced representation of the population in your municipality. So advise you on the recruitment strategy, on the venue setup, and also on the content to be included in the panel. Of course, this is a job that needs to be done together, because what we want to make sure is also that you as a municipality are empowered, but also you can keep and let's say embrace this journey, so you will be able to also replicate this panel in the future if you want. Another support that we offer is a training session for facilitators. We will provide a facilitator handbook with facilitation techniques for facilitators that are involved in the afternoon working groups, and also dedicated webinar to explain a bit what these facilitation techniques are. We can also support with providing a technical assistance expert or someone from the municipality that can act as an expert. And we also want to make sure that the citizens arrive at the day of the panel with the same common knowledge about the topic that is going to be discussed. So we have prepared a guide for the citizens to explain what would be their role in the panel, but we also want to provide training before the panel, so that the citizens can learn about the topic beforehand and come to the event prepared. After the panel, we will provide a format for submitting the panel outputs. And so basically to prepare a report of the panel, which then will be published on the CEAH website. So you will have a spotlight on the CEAH website, as we have a specific section which is intended to collect all the citizen energy panel reports that will be delivered. In terms of what is expected from you, of course, the first stage is to submit an application, but also leading on the organization and the coordination of the panel. We aim to deliver one panel per member state, so 27 panel in total. So of course, we also need some it's a co-creation and co-organization, I would say. Then you will need to select a topic relevant to the energy transition. In our guidance documents, we already propose some topics that you can choose or you can modify, but it already provides a guidance of the kind of topics that could be included. This could range from addressing the barriers to citizen energy, or for instance, barriers to join an energy community. It could focus on involving vulnerable groups, so focusing more on energy poverty and what the municipality can do to tackle energy poverty. It could also focus on financial mechanisms that can help people to be more involved in the energy transition, maybe take an active role as a producer of clean energy, or get involved in energy sharing mechanisms. Um, and then you will also need to identify and provide local facilitators that will moderate the working groups. as well as provide expert inputs in the morning session. And then there is the recruitment of citizens. So what we aim to achieve is to have a good representation of the population of your municipality, and so also recruiting a diverse group of citizens is something that is important. And as a final activity that is on the municipalities to secure and prepare a suitable venue. In terms of the application process, the call for application has been launched at the beginning of the month, and it will be open until the end of July. Here you can find the link to apply. As I said before, if you need support with your application because there is something that is not clear or that you don't know how to answer exactly, you can book a one-to-one appointment by emailing us. Our email is down here. It's chiainfo@ricardo.com. And then we will send to you an evaluation report to notify about the outcome of the application. And finally, if you have been selected, you will be required to confirm the acceptance of the offer within 7 calendar days after the communication has been provided to you. With this, I have finished, but I'm happy to take any questions if we have time, or Valentina, let me know if you want to take them all at the end.
If there is any question now, we can just take it and then we'll proceed with the presentation, because I saw that someone was raising the hand before. So if the question is still there, now it's the time. No, apparently not.
Okay.
However,
Well, I'll be here at the end for the Q&A. So
yeah, Giovanni, if you can put all the links also in the chat, we will make also the available the recording of this webinar, but just to have immediately accessible, if you can drop a line in the chat, will be useful for the participants. Okay, so now we move forward with our next speaker is Marta Costa, directly from the Oficina de Transformación Comunitaria of Getafe. So Marta, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Valentina. I'm going to share my presentation, my screen. Can you all see it?
Yes, perfectly.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you. So my name is Marta. I'm the coordinator of what we call in English a Community Transition Office, in Spanish, Oficina de Transformación Comunitaria. This is a unique instrument that our national government created a couple of years ago with Next Generation funds to create dedicated one-stop shops for the promotion of community energy in general and specifically energy communities. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we are doing in Getafe, because for us the important issue when it comes to citizen energy is how do we mainstream it in our municipality? How do we make it transversal to everything we do? Let me see. Yeah. Well, Valentina has talked extensively about why we need community energy initiatives. If you want to have a look at where your country stands on fighting climate change, not to enter into all the topics related to energy resilience and decarbonizing Europe in general, what we have realized is that we cannot do this alone. Governments cannot do this alone. We need to involve the citizens. In this sense, the local administration, when it comes to community energy, we have different roles. I have listed here a couple of references from previous European projects that can be useful to check how to create favorable conditions for energy communities and community energy in general in your municipality, but I prefer to use a different type of classification, which is the one that you see on the right. There are two extremes, which in Getafe we believe they are not good. It's just being a passive actor in the energy transition, and especially when it comes to citizen energy. And another problem that we see is municipalities that tend to absorb that role from the citizens, that want to have the whole control of the energy process in the municipality, so they don't create this facilitating environment. In the case of Getafe, we act as facilitators and active members because we are members of an energy community that we will tell you a little bit later. There are several approaches for you to start mainstreaming citizen energy. Of course, the ideal one would be that the citizenship would do all the work and then elevate it to the municipality. But that is not normally the case, and everybody that works as a project officer, we know that the citizenship is still not prepared, and it is our fault, in fact, that it is like this. The citizenship is not prepared to take absolutely the lead of the energy transition alone. Then we have this kind of top-down approaches that, instead of normally leading to citizen-led initiatives, they can, far as it goes, lead to collective self-consumptions of energy, but they are all mediated and the decision processes are centralized in the public administration. In Getafe, we prefer to have a both ways street. We create the facilitating environment, we work towards engaging the citizenship, and then we gather their needs and incorporate it into our policies. Giovanni was mentioning the CCAP, and Valentina too, I believe. In Getafe, we have already signed our CCAP some couple of years ago, and we strongly recommend you to start thinking, if you have not signed your CCAP yet, or you're in the process of updating it, as we are, to consider mainstreaming community energy or energy communities through it. This is a very strategic document in your local policy. It creates this cross-departmental ownership of the processes, and it improves a lot the facilitation for all the initiatives. In our case, when this roadmap was created, we didn't have very clear how we but we chose certain topics that have enabled us to create this facilitation structure through our CCAP. And one of them is our one-stop shop. Another document and project that I would like you to check, and I really recommend you to have a look at it, is the Community Energy Municipal Guide from the Scale 2030-50 project. There are a lot of tools, a lot of previous projects that have set up roadmaps. Then the information is out there. The Covenant of Mayors and CEAH and are doing a great work in this regard too. So there's a lot of information. There are many, many ways. This is just an extract from this document on the ways in which your local administration can support citizen energy or energy communities. The one that I wanted to highlight today is a dedicated one-stop shop, because this is where I work in our community transition office. Why do we need this? We cannot expect the citizenship to start to pass from not understanding their energy bill to controlling all this mosaic of topics that I have highlighted here. These topics here is what we consider at our land and housing municipal company to be the basic knowledge that we have at our one-stop shop to be able to enable citizen energy. We cannot expect that much from the citizenship. This has to be a progressive process, and we need to understand that our role is to facilitate this. How do we do it in Getafe? In Getafe, we have two public companies that are 100% owned by the municipality. One is the Land and Housing Municipal Company, where I work, and another is Getafe Initiatives, which deals with the industrial and commercial environment. In EMSV, we have a one-stop shop that includes 3 separate offices. One is our Healthy Homes office that helps users optimize their supply bills, learn about better energy habits, etc. Then we have retrofit specialized office that helps citizens understand why retrofits are needed. We help them reach subsidy instruments, financing, etc. And then we have the Community Transition Office, which is a one-stop shop inside another one-stop shop, which is our dedicated office for energy communities. We deal with the residential environment because we are the housing company, and Getafe Iniciativas is working very closely with us, but they are working with industrial energy communities. Let me see, why can I not? There. One of the ways that we act is basically de-risking energy communities, because the land and housing company is part of the energy community. This helps build trust between the municipality and the citizens. This is an approach that we highly recommend. Another thing that we do is mediate with the municipality to be able to deliver assets and produce appropriate tendering processes to facilitate citizen energy, which is something that is very important. Normally, when we think about engaging citizens, we think, how do we engage our neighbors? But we need to engage our public officers, we need to engage our politicians, we need to engage the technical personnel that works in our municipality, because they are equally oblivious to citizen energy processes as the general population is. We also work very closely by tackling energy poverty. We encourage you to check this link here. This is the process and the project that started everything for us in our municipality, which is the APU Healthy Homes project. It was a UIA initiative. My colleague Fernando Gonzalez is here, who was the coordinator of the project. So if you have any question for him later, please do not hesitate. This was the first step that we took. It enabled us to start building this one-stop shop and also incorporate the knowledge about energy poverty into everything we do with citizen energy. We also help with the strategic planning as a facilitator. We have recently launched this public display of the energy potential of Getafe for citizens to see how much energy they could produce in the roofs. And it is also interactive, so you can see to which energy community or collective initiative to join in the map. And as a consequence of our work in One Stop Shop, in 2024, we managed to establish our first energy community, which is led by the citizenship. The London Housing Company is just one member more. We are proud to say that 100% of our directing board was composed by women, which is something that is extremely rare. And we have embedded several inclusive measures into the energy community, thanks to the work that we have been closely doing with the citizenship. For instance, we don't consider the person that pays the electricity bill is the whole household that joins the energy community. And here it's another picture that unfortunately has really bad resolution of how the energy community is growing after 1 year. I want to highlight here that all the work that we are doing is being enabled by other structures. Valentina was presenting the steps that you can take towards promoting citizen energy. In Getafe, we are doing everything at the same time. We already started before the facility and CEAH were launched, and the energy community was already established there, but we are being supported by the facility. We have a project to create a revolving solidarity fund to help vulnerable households through the energy community to conduct home renovations. We are supported as well by CEAH's technical assistance to evaluate the potential of individual generation installations to aggregate the surplus energy so that it could be sold or aggregated through an energy community to tackle energy poverty, sell it to the municipality, etc. And we are also going to be hosting our first energy panel, thanks to Chia and the support of Giovanni, which is the technical officer assigned to our project. Our panel will be celebrated on the 30th of June. We have chosen the topic Making Citizen Energy Work for All, which to our case, we have translated it into inclusive citizen energy, and we will conduct the panel in 2 blocks because we thought it was more operational. During the morning, we will be hosting the panel with local entities that are umbrella organizations for a diversity of citizens. We are talking here about neighborhood associations, the associations that deal with gender issues, poverty issues, migrant persons, etc., to gather these umbrella opinions. And then we will host the same panel in the afternoon with individual persons that will join the panel. We will count with 2 national experts in the field of inclusive energy and energy poverty. We will have 5 plus facilitators from the regional ecosystem of energy communities in the region of Madrid, and we will count as well with volunteers from the energy community Getafe Potencia that will act as reporters and will also present their energy initiative to the citizenship. For us, this is the first step towards establishing a really key tool that would be the energy board. It will be an intersectional collaborating platform or meeting structure that will be hosted once a month and will start in September, where we will include actors from all different delegations in our municipality and councils and from citizen initiatives. Sorry, my slides are not passing. I just wanted to highlight one more thing, please. Sorry, I'm above time. We are starting in September one live project to transfer our model of one-stop shops to other countries. You can see here in the map in which countries we will be working. So if you are belonging to if you live in any of these countries and you want to establish a one-stop shop, we have created this project to help you. So please reach out to us. And here you have the contact of our office and my personal contact at the Energy Communities office at the MSV. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out. And finally, as Valentina said, they have this map, the Covenant of Mayors and the Homegrown Initiative of initiatives. And Getafe, we have an article there, so you can definitely click, read more about what we do, and you will see that in the bottom there are some contacts. Please add our contact, the ones that are shared here, if you want to have more direct dialogue with us, which is more operational. So please reach out, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you for this very inspiring example. I would like to check if there are some questions, but maybe we can go directly with the next presentation so that we are more relaxed and you know, we also will have a bit more time for any question. I saw also that there are a couple of comments that would be nice also to discuss together if we have time later. So now I will just give the floor to Valentina Durek, mayor of Zabok in Croatia. And Valentina, are you able to share with us your presentation?
Yes, I think that I shared. Did you? Can you see it?
Not yet. No.
Just a second.
Yes.
Can you see it now? Because we tried before. I
No,
don't know what's going on.
If you want, I can share it for you.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
So give me just a sec and I will share it. Voila.
Yes, I can just start, but I have 8 slides, so it will not be a problem to turn. I will just tell you when you can switch. So
yes, you should see the screen, right?
Yes, I'm seeing
Good.
the screen. Yes, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone, or good day to everyone. Thank you very much for the invitation and the opportunity to present the experience of the city of Zabok. My name is Valentina, also like Valentina. I'm a mayor of city of Zabok. Zabok is a small city in the northwest of Croatia, actually just 30 kilometers away from the capital of Zagreb. Today, I would like to share the story about energy community of Špičkovina. It's maybe hard to pronounce the place. It's just one settlement in the Zabok. One of the first practical examples of the citizen energy sharing in Croatia. And explain how the local citizen, together with the local government and partners, also became the active participant in the energy transition. Please, can we move to the next slide? The city of Zabok has around 9,000 inhabitants, and it's located in the Krapina-Zagorje county in the northwest of Croatia. Although that we are really relatively and really small town, we have a strong focus on sustainable development, as well as innovations and participation in the European projects. For many years, we have actively worked in the projects connected with renewable energy, climate adaptation, and citizen participation. Our energy community Špičkovina is one of the settlements within the city of Zabok and became the place where this energy community initiative started to grow. These projects show that even small communities can become the pioneers of change. Please, can we move on the next slide? The idea emerged during the significant energy uncertainty in Europe. Citizens were facing violent electricity prices, and they were concerned about long-term energy security. At the same time, many people wanted to contribute to the climate goals and renewable energy production, but they faced several obstacles. Some citizens did not have sustainable roofs for solar panels. Other, they were lacked financial capacity or even technical knowledge. So we started to asking ourselves the next question. How can citizens participate in energy transition together instead or individually? So the concept of an energy community was offered exactly that possibility: collective participation, shared investments, and shared benefits. Can we move please to the next slide? So the project officially started in 2023. So this slide actually maybe is consisted of everything that Roberto said and Marta said. So maybe we have this all in one like slide. So first step was communication. It was not, first step was not technical. We organized meetings with citizens, explain what the energy community actually means, and openly discuss opportunities and challenges. This trust building process is essential. In September 2023, we launched the public call for interested members. Citizens actively participate in defining how the community would function and how energy sharing will be organized. By November, members agree on the common energy sharing model, and in December, the application for the energy community license was submitted to the Croatian Energy Regulatory Agency. In August 2024, the community officially received its license. So we waited almost a year for the license. Then 1 year later, in August 2025, the first 30 kilowatt solar power plant was commissioned. And then in March 2026, operational energy sharing among members became possible because before that, the main Croatian distributor of energy didn't have the model how to share the energy. And then in March, this software was launched, and then on 1st of June, so 4 days ago, 3 days ago, we start sharing period in Croatia. Actually, our energy community started with work. So thank you very much for the invitation for this webinar so I can share this wonderful news with you. Can we please move on the next slide? One of the most important aspects of this project was moving from individual thinking to community thinking. Instead of separate householding acting independently, citizens decided to create a shared renewable energy assets. The community today includes household. The crucial member is volunteer fire brigade uh, and one local micro enterprise. Altogether, we have 18 members agreed on a common model of sharing locally produced renewable electricity. The solar plant was installed on the roof of Volunteer Fire Brigade building, which is an important and trusted institution in community. I think that this was the crucial point, that you need to have public roof with trusted, like or fire brigade or school or some public institution that people are trusted. Can we please move to the next slide? Of course, as I said, the process was not easy. We have lots of challenges. One of the biggest challenges was that the regulatory framework in Croatia was still very new. Then the administrative procedures are very complex. Operational guidance did not exist, and there were delays in establishing the national infrastructure needed for energy sharing. This is that software that I mentioned before. Sometimes citizens could already see the solar power plant operating, but practically energy was not still the energy sharing was not possible. However, several factors help us succeed. The first factor, the citizen commitment, remained very strong throughout the whole process. Second, the support of local government was essential. And the third, cooperation with strong partners. The Northwest Regional Energy and Climate Agency, REGEA, helped us navigate technically and administratively challenges. And the most important, we had the long-term visions and patience. Patience is the crucial one. So please, can we move on the next slide? Today, the community is entering the real implementation phase. As I said, from the 1st of June, members are beginning to share renewable electricity produced locally, and we expected the first measurable savings very soon. But the benefits are much broader than the lower electricity costs. The project increased awareness about renewable energy and sustainability. It strengthens cooperation among citizens. It improves local energy independence. And of course, perhaps most importantly, it allows citizens to actively participate in the green transition instead of being just passive observers. This creates much stronger sense of ownership and responsibility. Can we please move to the next slide? From our experience, local governments played a crucial role in developing energy communities. Municipalities can inform citizens and explain complex process in a simple way. And also we can connect different stakeholders, citizens, companies, energy agencies, and public institutions. We can also support the pilot projects financially and administratively, and we can reduce some risks by helping citizens feel secure enough to participate. And the most importantly, local government can create environment where innovation become possible. So we can really turn the ideas to the reality. And the final slide, please. And if there is one message that I could share with everybody today, that citizens are not the obstacles in energy transition, that it's greatest resource. When people are informed, included, and trusted, we become drivers of changes. Our energy community, Špičkovina, this is the power plant installed on the one part of the roof, and now we will do the same 30 kilowatts on the second roof. This energy community, Špičkovina, demonstrates that even small community can contribute to building more sustainable, resilient, and democratic energy future. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak today. My contact is very simple, zabok@zabok.hr. So please, if you have any questions, I will be very happy to answer it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Valentina. And I will take some question from the audience if there is any, because actually we had two very interesting examples here. So if you have any question, now is the time to ask them. You have them available. Also, I was noticing that there was someone commenting. Also, if someone want to share some comments on what we heard, will be nice to hear the voice of others than the speakers.
Yes, I have a question. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
My name is Roxana from Cluj-Napoca, Romania. Thank you for your presentation, Valentina. I have one question about your community. You said that this year you start to sharing the energy. Do you know what type of energy sharing model do you use? I know that there are some models with fixed quota allocation, with a proportional.
Proportional.
The proportional?
Yes, the proportional.
Okay.
If you want, you can just write me an email. As I said, it's very simple. zabok@zabok.hr. So then I can explain all the sharing model with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We collected actually all the electricity consumption for the past 3 years from each member of the community. Then we developed the key of sharing, and then this key was proposed to our national agency, and then they accepted. So this is the model that it's proportional model. So we can talk. You can just send me an email. You are also your name is also Valentina.
Yes. Yes.
I can see.
Too many Valentinas today.
Yeah.
Maybe
Thank you. Thank you.
we can take one of the questions that are in the chat. For both of you, Marta and Valentina, I'm reading, it would be interesting to know more about the two case studies financing approach and strategy. So if you can just give us a couple of words on this. Maybe
Yes,
Valentina, you can
yeah.
start and then Marta.
Yeah, okay. When we started this project, as I said, we do the math, and then we knew that we need to have 46 kilowatts of our power plant. So the half of it was financed by the local government, by the city of Zabok. So the other half, the members will pay for, I will say, for the half of the power plant. So this was like one of the push-ups for the members maybe to join in the community. So for 1 kilowatt is like for one power plant costs around 800 euros. So then we do the math. So we actually put some money in our local budget. So we contributed on that way. The next step, when we now started to share the energy, is to build the same model for every public roofs in the city of Zabok. We have 6 volunteer fire brigades. So this is the 6 roofs that we can put. We have the 1 public school, 3 high schools, so 1 where is sports gym. So we can do the same model on every and each public roof in the city. This is the short version of our 4 years
If they want
plan.
to know more, they can contact you directly.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, thank you,
directly.
Valentina.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Marta.
Yeah. In our case, what we are doing is, of course, the goal is to end up having PV generation in all our rooftops. But what we have been working on is to have one, what we call civic center, which is a social center that all the citizens can use. as the original PV installation. This PV installation is 40 kilowatt peak, and this will be tendered publicly for energy communities to apply for it. So the
Yeah.
idea that we have is not to put everything on one energy community, but that we can foster the growth of energy communities and different initiatives that later on can be joined under one umbrella organization or a second grade cooperative, for instance, to give them a little seed to learn how to manage an energy asset, to learn how to handle the democratic processes within an energy community, because this is no small issue. This is, I would say, the hardest part is the participation and the engagement and how people come together to make decisions. But what we are working very hard on right now is to mobilize private capital. We applied for the Energy Communities Facility. I encourage you all to do so, because you will get a fantastic training process for your energy community or for your citizens and even your technical officers. And the goal of this facility is to develop a business plan. We're working on it. We will be finished with it by mid-July. And this plan, it has been designed what you need to fulfill so that you can directly go to a financing institution, to different stakeholders, is an investment plan, right? So what we are working on is to actively engage the citizenship as well into investing in energy projects that they control themselves, so that this is something that I have seen in the chat as well, that there were some concerns about decentralization of power in the local administrations regarding energy community. And the best way to get over this is to actively involve other stakeholders in the investment itself. So I really encourage everyone to check both the technical assistance of CEAH and the Energy Communities Facility, because this is what's helping us to take the next step towards mobilizing private capital. So we have the support of the municipality, but we don't rely 100% on it. Also, political changes every 4 years, so you never know. Hopefully no changes for us, but you actually never know. So the most resilient way for your citizen energy is also to involve private capital.
Thank you, Marta. Maybe we have another question from Angelos.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I wonder if any one of you has faced network limitations, like a network not being able to support the renewable energy, or that there is a quota or a maximum quota or something like that, because we currently face that in many municipalities in Greece, and I wonder if you have any proposal on how to tackle that.
No, we didn't have any problems with it.
Neither
Okay.
did we. We have a different type of problems with the DSOs, that they take too long to approve projects in Spain, because of course the network needs to be updated to be able to accept such level of distributed energy generation. If everybody had their own installations, our network would collapse, right? But it's not exactly the case. Even we had a blackout a year ago, but we don't have problems of not having network. We have mainly bureaucratic issues related to this, but not technical ones, Angelo. So I'm sorry, I cannot advise much on this.
So currently there are
The same
probably
thing
some
in
network
Croatia, yeah.
batteries. There are maybe some network batteries, or there are some traditional power plants that support them. You don't have any of those issues.
We are working in Getafe to study the level of the flexibility of the municipality as a whole, bringing together the industrial energy community and the residential energy community. And this is one thing that we are doing through our previous study, is what we are doing with the CEAH technical assistance, so that we can enter flexibility markets. But in Spain, the adoption of batteries and storage in general is very low. There are starting to be subsidies in this regard, but people are not, they are being very resistant to it because it's new. And we are trying, is what I said in the beginning, like we cannot make people pass from not understanding their energy bill to suddenly being experts in the energy market and doing everything in the right way. It's going to take some time. And energy communities is a very new concept in Europe. In Spain, it has been taking off for the last 3 years, coincident with our energy communities one-stop shops. Before that, we had really, really few energy communities with very, very few operational projects. So I really cannot say much on technical issues with the network, but what Valentina said before, Valentina Durek, the problem first is communication and engaging, for sure. The technical issues are easier to solve in a way. It's the engagement of the citizenship and your politicians and your technical personnel which will make the project hard, I would say. That's my experience, at least.
We are running a bit out of time. It's nice to hear all this exchange, but I really hope that if you have any other question, you can directly contact the speaker. I would like to thank all of you, and in particular our 3 speakers today. Thank you, Giovanni, Marta, and Valentina. Thank you in particular, Giovanni, for also pushing for the promotion of this event today. And I really look forward to meet you on the 18th to the next webinar. So hopefully most of you will be there. I saw that some of you didn't receive then the registration link. If you are interested, and you didn't receive the link, please contact me so that I can include you in the next event. So thank you very much, and see you on the 18th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye,
Thanks.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.